LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return,
But I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Your favorite local grocery stores like Kroger, Ralph's, Fred Meyer, and more are now delivering on Uber Eats. Get 40% off your order of fresh, quality ingredients. Whether you just got home to an empty fridge or suddenly got a craving to whip up something new, you can get everything you need delivered in as little as 25 minutes. Get 40% off your order with code Kroger2026. Plus, members get $0 delivery fees. Order now on Uber Eats. Orders of $30 or more save up to $25. Ends 4/30/26. See app for details.
Welcome back to Connect with Jonathan Mark. We have a great episode, and it's back to unsolved and missing person cases. This week, it is a missing persons case from the 1980s, I want to say. Now, I had the father and the friend of the missing person come on, and it's a really intense episode in the sense of the sequence of events and how sometimes people, they don't lose hope. That's not the right term. But when you have all the odds stacked against you, it makes things more difficult. So let's welcome in Richard and Scott. There's a couple things. It's kind of the sequence of events from what she's showing to me and what she's also doing, which is basically going to take over this reading, if I'm being honest, is location is what she keeps showing to me. It's not necessarily, I guess sequence of events is like a separate thing, but she's really showing me location of things. That's what's important. Because what she's saying to me, and I don't know where this is from, but I'm from Long Island or the New York area. She keeps basically saying that, I'm not saying you're from a small town, so I just want to preface that, but I don't know if you are from a town where everyone knows everyone, kind of, because where I'm from, it's not necessarily like that. Like people wouldn't know who is who. What she's showing to me, the first thing she keeps repeating to me is the timing of, I guess, the last time someone spoke to her or saw her, because she keeps tapping her watch. And the reason why that she's showing this to me is, I don't know if it's conflicting with like a couple other things. It's essentially what she's showing to me is kind of like if someone says this was the last time she was seen, it doesn't know. I don't think that's the actual last time she was seen at an actual location, because she's saying there's a lot of question marks around that. What she's showing to me, and again, I'm going to sound very silly and stupid explaining where I'm like seeing, so please don't judge me on this. She keeps underlining someone with a B name. And she keeps saying to me, someone with a B name has information that they're not exactly sharing. I don't know if that will make sense at all to you, but it's a male B. She's also kind of sharing this to me too. She's saying this is an important key factor that I don't know if people are like checking out, but it's the type of, she keeps bringing up a car, whether it's a car, truck, it's a vehicle. That's really important because she's saying that if someone says that she was with someone at a certain time, it doesn't seem like it's kind of like, I'm using this as an example. If someone is dropped off somewhere and they're saying they're dropped off at a location, but that's not the location that they were dropped off at. Because what she keeps saying to me is that if she's supposed to go somewhere and they said that they dropped her off on like a main street, that's not where she was. She's saying like that's not where she was. She's also saying to me too that are you guys from like a woodsy area?
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. Kind of like it's not a metropolitan area, essentially. It's more like
Right.
There's woods, yeah.
And a lot of woods around us, not very far from the house.
Yeah, because it seems like, and also she keeps repeating this, it's this initial to me. Who's an R name? A woman with an R name. Because she keeps saying that a woman with an R name was, I don't know if she was with her or was one of the last people to actually communicate with her as far as like physically communicating. Because what she's saying is there was another person with a B name. So she keeps saying there's two. Because she's saying that this is also something I wanted to ask you as well. Was she dating someone or did she have a significant other at the time? Because she keeps saying is whether she was dating someone or a significant other. Because what she's saying with this B person is that he was older. So I don't know if she was dating someone older or she was dating someone her age, but she keeps saying that there was a significant other. What she's also saying to me too is that, and I hope I'm wrong with this, obviously, so I just want to preface that. I think police sometimes messes up and I think they kind of hurdle things at times. And I don't think they realize it. Like, I don't know if they realize it at the time because she's saying there was a hurdle at some point in whether it's in the beginning, middle, or whatever, there was a hurdle that the police made things a little bit more difficult to actually go and investigate it. But there was a hurdle, whether it's beginning, middle, but it's the first half of an investigation. It's not like the second half, essentially. What she's also kind of showing to me too, because the thing that she keeps repeating to me is that she's not far away from where I think you got, or where she grew up or where she lived, because she's saying that it's in a close proximity. It's just there seems to be a strong connection with the B name. And I think he was infatuated with Kim to some extent. And I think they got into like an argument, like some type of like, I think there was a dispute. And the reason why I'm saying that is because she keeps saying if she's supposed to be dropped off somewhere, again, I'm using like a main street because that's what she's putting in my head. Like in my town, there's a main street. And she's saying that she never, it's kind of like even if she did get out there, she didn't make it far. She didn't make it far. Like she's saying that it would be like a 20 feet walk. Like, I don't know if she was planning on sleeping over someone's house or walking somewhere, but she's saying that she was supposed to be on foot at some point. It doesn't even seem like she got there because she's saying there's a huge lapse of judgment or like a big miscommunication about like if someone says that they saw her at a certain time, because she's saying it was late at night or early in the morning, whatever people want to kind of phrase it. But what she's also saying to me too is that because she keeps going back. And again, I don't want to talk bad about the police, but they made a huge mess up the first half of the case. There was like a big lapse of judgment the first half of the case. What she's also saying to me as well is, you know, like by like, there's like, it's like if you live somewhere and there's a creek or like all these divots kind of where it's like, there's like, so like in certain backyards in Long Island, they have like these like kind of woodsy area, but then there's creeks and there's ponds and there's this and there's that. Because what she's saying to me is that she's near, it's kind of like near the B name's house. And if there's a body of water, not like an ocean, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something that could have been man-made or whatever it is. Because she keeps saying how like if things are covered. Now, what she's also showing to me too, in a couple cases I worked on, I'm sure they did this with her. It's like a drone and they're able to use radar to kind of look down on things and see like bones, essentially. Because what she keeps putting to me is that it's very much near the B name's like location, like where he is. And she's also saying to me too, I'm assuming that this person must have been a suspect at some point because she's underlining it, saying that like he had to have been at one point like a pretty big suspect because that's what she keeps saying. But she keeps basically showing to me there's a couple of things. Are you the father of, is he the father of Kim?
Yes, I am.
Because a lot of this is directed like talking, not that you're not important, obviously, because you are.
No,
Yeah, but like a lot of it is for you because she's saying that she got into a stupid dispute before any of this had happened. Like whether it's with, she's just saying you will understand. I don't want to get into the details for the people that are like public about it, but she keeps basically saying she got into a stupid dispute before this had happened. What she's also kind of saying to me too is that, and she's smiling, she keeps saying she liked to, you know, people that like to like kind of do their own thing. They like to live their life how they want to live their life. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like a parent would tell you yes or no, and then they'll push the limit of the yes or the no, kind of. I used to do that. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. She's saying that we were very similar of like pushing the limits of things and, really being like a teenager, kind of. But what she's saying to me is that she keeps going towards her dad, and she keeps saying that she's essentially, when I'm saying she's apologetic, what I mean by that is she keeps saying she should have known not to speak to certain people at a certain time, because she's saying to me that the person who she spoke to was older and was not a good person. But she keeps saying to me I flipped my camera around, so I'll tell you guys, how like the crib next to me is white? She keeps saying that people need to look for a white vehicle, whether it's a car, truck, or something. There's a white vehicle that needs to be like looked at, because she keeps tapping the crib. And it's not my baby, for anyone that's listening. Just want to preface that. So it's not mine. So it's for my brother's sons, my nephew. But she keeps saying like that's a huge thing. And what she's also keeps saying to me too is that the police are very close in the sense of the B name's property, because it's not far from that. What she's also saying to me too, and I know I already mentioned this, but she wants me to tell this to her dad, obviously you. She must have been out at like 2 in the morning, maybe even later than that, honestly, because she's saying she must. I don't know if she was in college. She doesn't look like she was in college. She looks like she was like a high school student to some extent. But she's saying to me that she keeps looking at me and she's saying that she shouldn't have gone in the car with random people. And by random, there's a random individual that was in the car aside from it's just a B name. But what she's also saying to me too is she keeps basically saying it's like, and when I'm saying a body of water, again, I know I already mentioned that it's not necessarily a body of water of like an ocean or a lake or anything. It's more so like a creek, or if something, it's kind of like if someone can access it on foot and dig and do what they got to do. Because if there's water on top of something and then there's stuff that goes on top, it makes it really hard to find anything like bones or anything like that. Because she's saying she's truly not far away from this main street to the B name's house or to whoever. So she keeps saying that, and she feels bad for you guys in the sense of, I'm sure the police are doing their thing and they're doing everything they can. She's saying there's like people that try really hard with it, and then there's people that are just like kind of counting it out to some extent.
Yeah.
She's saying that she would never just disappear on her own. She keeps repeating to me. And she's saying that to me. Like, it's kind of like she wouldn't just, I don't know, like as a kid, like I used to threaten my parents that I'm going to run away, right? Like, when I would get into a fight with them, she's saying she never would abandon her family. She keeps saying to me, and she's saying that there's a big misconception that she would do that. I think there was a certain point where people thought she probably just left as like just doing her own thing at a certain point. But she's saying to me that that's not her and never was her. But she does want me, because she keeps putting herself, it's kind of by like, I know I keep using the word creek, but it's not a cliff, but it's kind of like something that kind of like goes over. There's like it's not a cliff where you can jump. I'm sure you can jump off, but it looks like a cave, but it's not a cave. I know I'm going to sound very stupid, but it's not. It's like a divot near a body of water, but it has like a top to it. It's not is that a cove, I guess, or something?
But we have lots of lakes and rivers and streams.
Yeah, because there's like coves, and she keeps saying it's where two meet, is what she's saying. It's like two smaller things kind of meet. She's saying she's right around where two bodies of water kind of meet with one another. I'm not from that area, so I don't really know the exact geolocation of things and stuff, but that's kind of what she's showing me.
Walmart Business is in the business of saving you time, money, and hassle. Whether your business started in a garage or is a garage, Walmart Business has the tools to help you get where you're going. Tools like free shipping, multi-user accounts, and just about any item your company needs.
Even a double filtration cyclone dust collector.
Yep, even that.
Sweet.
Walmart Business. It's the Walmart you love, now for your business. Learn more at business.walmart.com. Terms apply.
Predator Badlands, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Here, you're not the predator. You're the prey. 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 Prey.
Critics are saying it's epic, stunning, and breathtaking.
Many have come here. None have survived.
Predator Badlands, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+, rated PG-13.
Do you guys want to just share like some stuff about her so the audience can hear and start doing their own research? Because that's what they do, like their own PIs to their own right.
Well, Kim was 17 years old. She wanted to be a professional model, and she was looking into getting in that. And she was into cheering in school and doing all those things. That worked towards that entity. The night she disappeared, she got in an argument a couple of days before with her boyfriend. And they called it off about going to the prom.
Oh, so she wasn't high school.
To a junior prom. So she ended up with a girl. They left the house and they walked down Main Street. And she and this girl with the initials of R was standing downside of a park. When two guys come by in a brand new car, a white car.
Oh, it was a white car. I didn't know if that was actually like the color of it. It's just, I had no idea.
And they came by, and the girl with the name of R, that was her boyfriend who had bought the car. He had just bought the car. It had 10-day plates on it. And the other guy with the name of B was driving the car.
So he, R and Kim got into the car with fairly much stranger, older men.
Well, as far as I can tell, Kim had possibly met the guy once before, but she didn't know him. She didn't know either one of them.
My God. For one, I didn't know she was like being literal about a white vehicle. Like I know there's trucks, cars, whatever it is, but the way that she keeps like going is like, and I don't want to even, it's just kind of, it's like wrong place, wrong time with the wrong people. It's like everything because, and I don't know if this even makes sense because she keeps repeating this to me, like I kind of said before, but she keeps tapping her watch. Like to me, when someone does that, that's a sign for me. It doesn't mean like a literal time. What it means is when someone says someone's at a location at a certain time, there's questioning around that. So there's like questioning around that if she was really at a location at a certain time when someone saw her. Because she's saying that whoever's questioning that is right. Like she wasn't, I don't know how to explain it. It's like if they last saw someone at like, let's say the Main Street that I was like referencing, and they're like, at this time, she was there and then she wasn't. She's saying that she wasn't even really there at that time. Maybe the car was, but not her. Like that doesn't mean like she was there. Like as far as like her walking or her getting out and her doing things, like because she's saying it happened so fast. Like everything kind of like happened in a very fast thing. The only thing I can kind of reference it as is if someone did some horrible things to someone and they knew the land. It's kind of like if you grow, it's like if I grew up, like since I grew up here, I know where certain spots are, like where people would probably do questionable things, honestly. And she's saying like, that's exactly what this person is like, you know, and that's why she was also putting a magnifying glass on the B initial just because of, that's why I asked if this person was a suspect because she's putting a magnifying glass on the B initial. And she keeps saying that it's always a swing and a miss is what she keeps saying. It's always like they get to a point and then they swing and it's a strike. And she keeps saying that eventually the ball's going to connect to the bat because it's kind of like you can't keep up with a lie for so long. essentially. And that's what she keeps saying, because she's saying that he is the person that really was the last with her, that knows everything, just because she's also saying this to me too. And again, I'm not discrediting the police department by any means in any way, but if you're from a small police department, you have limited resources of like how to investigate something at a certain point. And she's saying that there was a time period where they didn't even look into it. That was the most crucial time. So it's the first half is typically the most crucial time of it. And she keeps saying like that was also a huge like setback is the word she kept using to me. Like there was just like a huge setback just because the first half was just mishandled to some extent. Like, and I don't want to talk poorly about the police in any way, but I think sometimes they mess up. And I think sometimes they misread a situation.
That's actually true. I mean, we've discussed that in quite a few instances, and so have other people. But the B person was interviewed by local police.
I'm sure.
He gave a certain time that he dropped Kim off.
Right.
And then when he was interviewed by state police, he gave a different time.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming that his like lies are going to catch up because she's putting a magnifying glass on him, and she keeps saying that like eventually I guess it's a stupid reference. I used a baseball reference, but the ball's going to connect to the bat. Like that's just kind of because she's saying that every time it's been a strike, like a swing and a miss, like a strike, and it's not going to be like that. And she's saying to me too, which on a, like with this show and stuff, I'm very thankful for the people that listen because they just go bananas with like researching cases. Like they send me stuff, they send the police stuff. So my hopes is, and obviously I'm going to be helping you guys out more privately, but my hopes is that people can, I guess you can say, just do research and just step up on the case and help out in different ways. But I just want to say that I'm very appreciative for you guys coming on here and doing this today. I'm very thankful that you trust me to do this, and we'll stay in contact, obviously. You have my stuff, so I just want to say thank you.
We want to say thank you as well. This is, you picked out quite a few things that are what we had intention, but the B person lived in one spot. Now he lives a little ways away, but close to the first spot. The first place was by a river. The second place has a little brook running by it. So, if we're going to try to nail down a location at some point, she must be remembering the place he lived.
That's what I'm assuming. Like kind of the first place that she was at the time of where he, like, if it happened 5 years ago and he lived somewhere 5 years ago, then moved, she's going by the 5 years ago, not by the current location. Not by, like, that's kind of like how it would be. I just want to say thank you guys so much, and I appreciate you guys.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming on the show and trusting me to do this. I really can't express my gratitude. All right, guys. So every week we're going to be doing unsolved missing person cases or everyday readings. We're going back and forth between them. And if you have any cases you want me to, focus on, if you're affected by any cases, please send an email to connectjonathanmark@gmail.com. And do not forget, we're almost at 500 5-star reviews. Once we get there, I'm giving away another reading. I love doing that stuff, guys. So let's get there. We're so close. And don't forget to follow me on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all at Jonathan Mark Medium. All right, guys, I'll see you next week.